Well, hello everyone and welcome to another Hub Notes video. Sorry it's been a bit quiet on this channel of late. Hopefully you've just seen the Hub Grub video where we went to Sloppy Joe's in Carmarthen. Amazing place, amazing food. Do go and check that out. I want to talk to you about kit today. I'm talking to you on my old mobile phone, which is about to get replaced. But the main talking point this time is the retirement of my trusty DJI Osmo Action 1. Great little camera has been superb, and it has been the default camera pretty much since when was it? November 2019. So when I was on the New Zealand trip, it was after I'd filmed the Triumph 2000 test, the Triumph 2000 and the Triumph 2.5 Pi in that video, and the interior and exterior were recorded at entirely different times because I'd recorded the exterior footage on my mobile phone, not this one, my older Samsung Galaxy S7 I think it was, and the footage was terrible on the inside. It was just too shaky because we were just in a mount like this, so it was kind of shaky like that. It was not good at all. So I went back to Christchurch, I purchased this DJI Osmo Action camera, and that was used to record the interior, and it then recorded the rest of the trip from that point on. So when we went to Geraldine and around the south of the South Island in New Zealand, and all the stuff in Australia, and everything since, it's all been this impressive little camera. But unfortunately time marches on. That's 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years. Terrifying. And this camera has its limitations. The primary one, and sadly I think the Action 3 might suffer in the same way, its low level light is when this really struggles. I recorded some videos fairly recently up here at the unit when I was working on my Berlingo out there, and people were saying, oh my gosh, you've finally got proper lighting up at the unit. And I haven't. I've got the same, I've got two of these high level fluorescents, or they're actually LEDs, but the main difference was I recorded it on my phone. Now it isn't very good for handheld. You can see it's probably a bit jumpy. That gives better, smoother footage, but I've ordered a new mobile phone. I'm actually going back onto a contract again because I know I need a better camera. I didn't buy this phone intending to record video on it because I was using that, but having seen the comments and how people love how much better phone footage is, I've splashed out. So we're going all the way up from the S10e, I'm recording this on the moment, to an S23 Ultra. It looks really fancy. I'm not going to have a clue how to use it. It's going to be hilarious. I'll have to ask the children for help. But yeah, I will probably still be using this. I think this is only going to be semi-retirement because the stabilization is so good on this, and it's so handy for stuff if I'm vlogging, if I'm on the road somewhere. The fact that you just press the power button and it starts recording has major benefits when it comes to recording on the fly, especially as, you know, I will be using my phone for navigation and stuff like that, and to check emails and stuff. Not while I'm driving, but all that sort of stuff is what the phone is used for, which is why it's quite difficult to use the phone and record videos at the same time. So I suspect this will still be getting some use. It is a great bit of kit even now today, but more and more I think I'm going to be recording on phones. As I started the channel, I built HubNut up recording on phones. I noticed the likes of Derek Vice Grip Garage, Cletus McFarland, while they do use good quality cameras as well, increasingly, you know, all the handheld let's have a close-up look is shot on phones. Phones are incredible again these days. I think cameras like this jumped ahead, especially when it comes to image stabilization, but the phones are catching up. So yeah, that's all this one is really. It's just to talk a bit about the retirement or semi-retirement of my DJI Osmo Action. Well, we'll talk about these Rode microphones while we're on though. These have sadly become a bit of a pain in the bum when it comes to recording. It is the Wireless Go 2, and I did a firmware update on these, which has got the functionality working where they actually record sound. So if for some reason the connection goes down, and this connection often does, this wire is a pain in the backside for either coming out this end or this end. This is the adapter you need to connect a microphone to your DJI Action. That is a downside, really flimsy pain in the backside that is. But yeah, that cable connection is a big problem. But I only recently discovered that I can plug a USB-C into here and then plug it straight into my phone. So that is something I'm going to be doing. I haven't actually got a cable with me, which is why we're on the phone mic to do that, but that is something I'm going to be looking at going forward, so we can get rid of these cable connections, pain in the backside, and that should improve things. But I've got a problem. The other microphone, this is the good one, the other microphone, the battery seems to be dying. So I mean, it's only a year old and the other battery is seriously struggling to hold charge, which is a bit of a pain, because wireless microphones utterly change your life. It's fine when you're up close like this, but as soon as you go further away, you start tinkering in the distance, you can't really hear me as well as when I'm up close. So having a wireless mic, it just gives you freedom to move around, absolutely transforms the way I make videos, and that's why a lot of people use them. But I'm hoping these will last long enough. I don't have to change soon, but I think when I do, I'll probably try the DJI wireless mic setup. Whiteland Restorations have just made the jump. I know Aging Wheels over in Missouri, America, he uses the DJI wireless mics as well. And obviously, you know, I like DJI stuff. I've got this, I've got gimbals that I used previously with mobile phones, a desperate attempt to get some stabilization. So I'm quite used to DJI stuff and I like it. So I think that will be an upgrade I'll be making. But first, camera is what we're changing, because picture quality is so very, very important. And then the next thing after that is probably going to be laptop. I'm not sure actually. One thing I'm going to try with a new phone is editing the videos as I'm recording them on the phone, actually on the phone. So we'll see if that works. And then I might not need the laptop as much as I think I do need it. It's creaking a bit. Especially I can't do 4K because the laptop just can't handle the files. This will record 4K quite happily, and I suspect this will as well. But I can't edit 4K files on the laptop. That is what's holding me back. So this is one of the joys when you're running a YouTube channel. There is always kit and caboodle to ponder to try and decide what's best. And cameras is a tricky one. Whiteland Restorations have the Sony ZV-1, is it, a very popular vlogging camera, and I tried it for one video where we went and revived the Lotus Elan with Whiteland Restorations. I filmed that on their kit, very kind of them to let me have a go, and that really did reveal to me that that is not how I want to proceed. That isn't the camera for me. The stabilization isn't very good, and I found the view was always a bit too close. I couldn't get a wider angle, which is where something like an action camera, wide camera out the box, they tend to be very good for that sort of thing. So yeah, there's decisions to be made around kit, and it is important because it ultimately affects your output. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It will have come out on Friday night. I don't know when this is coming out, probably after that, it might be over the weekend I'll release this one. But the Honda CR-V, a grey car on a grey day, it did not come out very well at all. It's not appealing footage, and partly that's the car's fault for being a fairly boring colour, but also the camera could do much better, I think. So a good camera is worth having, and as much as I've loved this, I think for the main shots especially, it is time to retire this one. But like I say, it might give me more scope for doing multiple camera angles when I'm on the move, because I could have the phone set up so I can talk to the phone and then have this shooting footage going forward, so I can cut between the two a bit more. That might be nice to do, if I can be bothered, because I try and keep my editing minimal so I can keep pumping the videos out. And that is a top tip I would give anyone who's getting into this. Make the editing as simple as possible. Don't get too carried away. Content is king. Good editing is on the list, but it's a bit further down than you might suspect, and you will get better at editing anyway. But yeah, edit what you can just in the camera. Just shoot what you need and nothing more. But there we go. That was just a quick one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that interesting, and yeah, hopefully there'll be more on Hub Note going forward. But there you go, some kit changes here on Hub Note. Bye.